Good afternoon, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. And this is our weekly Friday end of week guided meditation. I'm Dhamma Bum. On Friday, we focus on making amends, especially to loved ones, and to repairing our relationships and to restoring our practice. Whatever has happened this week, which may have been suboptimal, is something that we need to look at. And so that's what we're going to do. We are just now starting, and we'll begin the meditation itself in a few minutes, but we're going to give people a chance to come in. While we are waiting, we would encourage you to take a look at the description box from last Monday and then the previous Friday, and there's some information in there about what meditation is and what kind of meditation we do here and what we're trying to accomplish here. And there is a chat, as you can see. If you want to send a note in the chat, that's fine, and we appreciate your notes, but I won't be answering those. Welcome, Gleno. I won't be answering those until after the meditation. And by the way, it takes a little while for the live stream to upload to the web. So just because we finished it doesn't mean that it's ready to go instantaneously. It sometimes takes quite a while before that happens. I want to point out a couple of things to people who are new. One of the things is your posture. You should be seated in a chair that is comfortable but not too comfortable. You want to keep your back straight and your shoulders back, and you want to have your hands resting lightly in your lap or on your thighs or knees. And there are two common hand postures. One is the right hand in the left palm, thumbs touching, if you're a male. If you're a female, it's the left hand in the right palm, thumbs touching. If that offends you, do whatever you want. The other way is like this, and this is the same gesture for anybody. You have the forefinger and the thumbs in each hand touching, the other three fingers apart and palm up, and you can lay your hands on your thighs or on your knees, or also in your lap if you like. We've been doing this for we've been doing it for about 5 months, but not in YouTube. I want to let you know also that YouTube has a disconcerting habit of running advertisements that we've neither approved nor seen. And if that happens to you, the only suggestion we have is to go ahead and sign up for YouTube, and I hear that they remove those ads. That's what happened to us. We've never heard the advertisements because we're members. And so with that, I'm going to start. On my mark. Please find yourself in a quiet spot. Back straight, shoulders back. Hold your hands in your lap or on your thighs or on your knees in a comfortable position. Let your chin drop towards your chest. Close your eyes gently. Close your mouth. And imagine a ball of white light, an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters below your nostrils. And breathe in through your nose. Watch the light go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Breathe in through your nose. Watch the light go down past your heart to your stomach and let it out the same way. As we are entering the first part of our meditation, the first third, 5 or 6 minutes will be samatha, which is serenity. And the object is to calm your mind and tame your heart. And you're going to, when outside issues, outside thoughts intrude, gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath. As you breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Now, there are a couple of things we need to talk about, and I'd like to start with the Dhammapada. And there are 5, we'll do the first 5 verses of the Dhammapada, which is one of the oldest, maybe the oldest, Pali scriptures in Buddhism. And here's what they say. 1, mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a corrupt heart, and sorrow will follow one as surely as the cart follows the ox that pulls it. 2, mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a pure heart, and happiness will follow as surely as one's never departing shadow. 3, he was angry with me. He attacked me. He robbed me. Those who dwell on such thoughts will never be free from hatred. 4, he was angry with me. He attacked me. He robbed me. Those who do not dwell on such thoughts will surely become free from hatred. 5, for hatred can never put an end to hatred. Love alone can do that. This is an unalterable law. Now, the purpose of our meditation on Friday is to make amends to people we may have offended or we might have gotten crossways with. And also to restore our practice. As we are going through our daily activities and during the week, it's easy to lose track of what we are trying to do. So let me just repeat some of the things we're trying to do. In meditation, we are trying to calm our mind and tame our heart. And we do that by focusing on an object. It could be, in this case, the ball of light. It could be a mantra. It could be a sound like chanting or a temple bell. Whatever it is, and you focus on that to the exclusion of all else. And if you can do that for a short time, you can do it for a longer time. And that's what you want to do. On Monday, we talked a little bit about the aids to meditation, metta, or feelings of goodwill, generosity, kindness, helpfulness, mindfulness, and like that. Tonight, I want to mention a few things that are hindrances to meditation. And the hindrances are called kama chanda, the 5 sensual desires when we are focused on sights, sounds, smells, taste, or tactile sensations. If we focus on ill will or aversion, oh God, I don't like that Betty. She drives me nuts. Sleepiness, it hinders our ability to practice. Restlessness, and finally worry, that is doubt versus faith. And you'll hear more about that later. Now, one of the things that we need to talk about for meditation is the khandhas. There are 5 factors in a human existence. They're called khandhas, or aggregates, or heaps. And the 5 khandhas are the body, our feelings, our memories and perceptions, our thoughts, and our consciousness. And all of these are impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We are taught that the 5 khandhas are like a lump of molten lead. We cannot touch them on the top or on the sides. We cannot touch them on the bottom. We can't touch them anywhere without burning ourselves very badly. And so we need to let them go. Another thing that is important to meditation is that the Eightfold Path has 3 streams in it. The Eightfold Path is kind of like the 10 Commandments, but not really. And there are 3 streams within the Eightfold Path. They are sila, or ethical conduct, samadhi, or meditation, and panya, or wisdom. And right now we are in the samadhi. Sila is our ethical conduct, and the idea is that we cannot sit successfully in meditation if we are living a double life. If we have one persona that we present at work and a different one to our partner and a different one to the dusky gal down at the bar, we are really in trouble because we're not being honest and we're not being straight and we don't know who we are. So that's basically what sila is. Ethical conduct, right speech, right action, and right livelihood. And the idea is straighten up and fly right, buddy. You don't get to just make this up as you go along. But if you are doing it, you don't have to be perfect, but if you're doing it pretty well, then it leads to samadhi. And samadhi is meditation, or some people say concentration stream. And that includes right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. And September at Daily Dhamma is right effort. And what we have to do is exactly what you're doing right now. You have to make a time to meditate. You need to go to that, to a certain place. You need to dress so that you're comfortable, and you need to pay attention or you are not able to meditate. If we are able to meditate, then that leads to the third stream, which is panya, or wisdom. Wisdom will arise as we contemplate our thoughts. As we move into the second part of our meditation, this is called vipassana, which is insight, or we prefer panya, wisdom. Now, instead of brushing away those outside thoughts, you can allow thoughts to arise. Don't try to drive them. Don't say, oh, now I'm going to solve the problem of my brother-in-law, or now I'm going to figure out what to do about my budget. You don't do that. But thoughts will arise naturally, and you can look at them with cool eyes, with some detachment, and you can turn them around in your mind's eye. And you can try to imagine these from another person's point of view. We're not here to figure out other people, places, or institutions, but we can give other people the benefit of the doubt, and we should do that. So panya, the wisdom stream, only arises from a serene mind. So the first part of our meditation is to calm down. You will feel your heart rate decrease. You will feel light. You will feel, you may feel dreamlike, but you shouldn't be dreaming, you shouldn't be sleeping. You might feel dreamlike, and that's perfectly okay. Now, this week, a lot of stuff happened this week. And one of the things we need to do is to make the right effort to deal with the scary part of life. And one of those things is faith without works is dead. And that's from the Bible, the New Testament, James chapter 2, verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead. Information's not enough. Checking boxes is not enough. And this is not just a Christian idea. Buddhists and Hindus have this as well. From the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verses 8 through 12. Still your mind in me. Still your intellect in me. And without doubt, you will be united with me forever. So calm down and be here now. If you cannot still your mind in me, learn to do so through the regular practice of meditation. Exactly what we're trying to do tonight. If you lack the will for such self-discipline, engage yourself in my work, for selfless service can lead you at last to complete fulfillment. Now, the person talking here is Sri Lord Krishna, creator of the universe, and he's talking to Arjuna, Prince Arjuna, and he says one way that you can find peace is through selfless service. And he goes on, if you're unable to do even this, surrender yourself to me. Discipline yourself and renounce the results of all your actions. So he's saying. You take care of the work. You put in the effort, right effort, and I will take care of the outcomes. In other words, Arjuna, you row the boat, and I, Krishna, Lord of the universe, creator of the universe, I'm sitting in the back and I got my hand on the tiller, and I'll show how we're going to get, where we're going to get, when we're going to get, wherever it is we're going. And now 12 is a great summary. Better indeed is knowledge than mechanical practice. Better than knowledge is meditation. But better still is surrender of attachment to results, because there follows immediate peace. We have to learn to not be attached to results. It really is none of our business what the meaning of life is. It's none of our business what we are called on to do. Our business is to act ethically on our little tiny sliver of our side of the sidewalk. And if we watch our own stuff, we'll be okay. And if we don't watch our own stuff, we will not be okay. And go back to the Christians on this. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, by an odd coincidence, also verses 8 through 12. Charity never faileth. Now, that's in the King James Version. In the Catholic Bible and the hippie Bibles, they say love. We'll do it their way. Love never faileth. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish. For we know in part and prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, that is, when we realize transcendent reality, that which is in part shall be done away. We don't need partial truths when we grok what transcendent reality is. When I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became an adult, I put away childish things. So you know I've changed some of that. But that's for Faye and Jenny. Anyway, whoever is here, we're trying to do this so that it's okay, palatable for everybody. So what about this selfless service? Well, selfless service is much the same. We do service for other people. We all have duties that we are required to perform. And we have to do them, but with no thought of the outcome. We're going to do it because it's the right thing to do, not because we think we're going to win a prize or cash or that they'll give us a parade or anything of the sort. As I said, we row and God steers. We love one another without condition. So this excludes transactional love, where if you'll meet all my emotional needs and solve all my problems, perhaps I won't abandon you. That's not what we're doing here. We're basing our love for our partner and the other people that we're on the broad highway with on reciprocity, on mutual acknowledgement, one to the other, of the divine spark within our breast. If we see that spark of God in our beloved, and we act as if we are dealing with God, because that's what we are doing, then our life is going to be just fine. As soon as we get uppity and decide that we need to put ourselves before God and other people, we're going to have problems. So that's not what we are doing. Now, the world is full of all kinds of craziness, and we're surrounded by it, and it's a great burden for many of us. You see a lot of anger. Anger is what fear looks like when it's trying to hide. I just want to have a little say about this. You know, if we are immersed in a lot of jaw, the talking thing, then we are choosing cacophony and chaos over calm reflection. Can we change these things? Can we change the rest of the world? Can we change other people? Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful. Remember the serenity prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change. That's everything we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Outside stuff. Courage to change the things we can. That's inside. Just our own attitude, maybe, if we work at it. And the wisdom to know the difference. If we can't tell the difference between inside and outside, we're really in trouble. So as you go through this weekend, please give some thought to what our part in dysfunctional relationships has been. If we need to make amends, let's make them living amends so we don't have to go back to our loved ones and give them the same song and dance again down the road a piece. And during the weekend, if you're feeling restless, irritable, and discontent, step into a quiet room. Bathrooms are perfect for this. Take this tape, put it on your phone, stick your headphones in your ears, and imagine a ball of white light, an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters below your nostrils. Close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach, and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Now, I forgot to say hi to somebody. Hi, you know who you are. You're with this other guy. If you're here. If you're not here, maybe you're listening to it another time. If anybody has any questions or any comments that they want to make, I'll stick around for a couple of minutes. And thank you, Bud. I really appreciate it. And your buddy there. And we will be back on Monday morning. This is a work in progress. We had a steep learning curve for this. We wrote the book 3 years ago, published it a couple of years ago, and have been doing narrations of it on the YouTube channel. And there's much more that we don't know than there is of what we do know. And we see no reason that should not be exactly the same with this project. So we thank you for coming, and thank you for helping us out with getting this going. And feel free to give a link to anybody else who is interested in coming, and anything that's on the channel you can download and pass around any way you want. And so with that, thank you all very much, and have a great day, and thank you for coming. Namaste.